In this video, I'm gonna give you 10 weight loss habits that will change your body and quite possibly your life forever. Because it's not always about the weight you lose, but about the life you gain. When I say forever, I'm talking about losing weight and actually being able to keep it off this time. None of these habits are quick fixes, but I can almost guarantee that if you just give it enough time, you're gonna see long-lasting, sustainable results. And that's what we want. These are the exact same tips that I give to all my students, and they've all gone to see some amazing results. So you know it works. Before we get started, give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell to get notified every time I post a new video every week. Let's start with the big one. Get in the habit of taking a break from eating. My entire channel is dedicated towards this eating strategy, but let me just give you the Cole's Notes version of it if you're new. At any given time, you have at least 100,000 calories worth of stored energy in the form of body fat waiting to be used. That's what it's there for. Your body doesn't just store it for looks. That makes no sense. When you take a long enough break from eating, your body, being the supercomputer that it is, will notice that there's no food coming in and it doesn't want to die. What it does next is nothing short of remarkable. It starts tapping into your stored energy to fuel your body. Crazy, right? But it does it in 2 stages. First, it uses up stored glycogen in your muscles and liver. You have about 2,000 calories worth of stored energy there. After that gets used up, that's when the magic happens. Your body starts tapping into your almost unlimited fat stores and burns it for energy. Mind-blowing stuff, I know. This process, by the way, is controlled by the hormone insulin. It's the hormone that controls our body weight. The problem is we've been told as a society to do the complete opposite. We're told to eat 6 meals a day. We snack in between meals. We're not really giving our bodies any reason to tap into our stored energy, aka body fat, because all we do is eat 24/7 like it's our job. We're told to eat in order to lose weight. It's the world's greatest oxymoron. There's absolutely no science that proves that eating 6 small meals a day is somehow beneficial to the human body. None. It is beneficial for food companies though. And this is one of my all-time favorite questions to ask. What do you think will happen if you stop eating? Like, what do you think will happen if you took a break from eating? You're gonna lose weight, like a lot of weight. And this is more commonly known as intermittent fasting. The minimum effective dose, in case you're wondering, is a 16-hour fast. So you've got a 16-hour fasting window, and that includes your sleep, and an 8-hour eating window. Ideally, you're only eating 2 meals, not 6, like we've been led to believe. The longer you fast, the better. I personally just eat 1 meal a day. I use the time I free up from my scheduled meals to train. And that's habit number 2. Pick an exercise program you enjoy doing. One of the best things you can do if you just want to be a healthy and happy human being is to be as physically strong as humanly possible, which means you need to engage yourself in some form of resistance training to maintain and build muscle. You also get bonus points if you do your workouts while taking a break from eating, aka in a fasted state, because your body adapts to whatever fuel source is always available. So if you do your workouts in a fasted state, your body just becomes more efficient at burning fat for energy. But here's the secret to all of this. You need to find a workout program you enjoy doing. Otherwise, you're not gonna stick to it. And I've seen this time and time again. I personally do CrossFit as my strength and conditioning program. I love it. I think it's the best workout on the planet. It doesn't feel like work when I go to the gym. It's a group fitness class environment, so I also get access to the community. I see the same small group of people, so it also turns into social time. I basically kill 2 birds with 1 stone, but here's the thing. If you hate CrossFit, even if it's the best workout on the planet, you're not gonna do it. Maybe you prefer doing bodybuilding instead. Maybe you're a lone wolf and you'd rather do your workouts at home with no pants on. That's fine. The idea here is you have to find something you enjoy doing. That way you're gonna stick to it, so you can gain access to all the benefits that exercise brings. Number 3, get in the habit of walking. Our Paleolithic ancestors regularly walked 5 miles every day, and they were all naturally lean and strong. Walking promotes optimal gene expression. The problem is, most people don't even come close to walking 5 kilometers every day. Most people would be lucky if they hit half of that number. Instead, we've transitioned to a mostly sedentary lifestyle. We barely move. We've become couch potatoes. Like, if you have a desk-bound office job or you're a student, that means you're sitting for at least 8 hours every day, and then add in the time that we spend sitting watching TV. Sitting is a disease and walking is the cure. Did you know that standing for at least 3 hours every day instead of sitting has the equivalent calorie consumption benefit as running 10 marathons a year? It's as if your body is telling you something, that it's designed to move. You should try to go for a walk after every meal. Walking after a meal increases insulin sensitivity by up to 30%, and it lowers the blood glucose response by up to 50%. The faster you can regulate blood glucose and insulin, the faster you're gonna lose fat. Research has also shown that walking is twice as effective at managing high blood sugar compared to prescription medication like metformin. That's mind-blowing just by simply walking. Number 4, Eat single ingredient food. 80% of your body composition is determined by your diet. You need to get this part right. So I want you to revolve your diet around plants and animals. Focus on eating single ingredient, mostly unprocessed, nutrient-dense foods. Real food. You can usually find these foods at the outside perimeter of your local grocery store. The inner aisles are usually where the highly processed foods are. Ideally, you're buying food that doesn't have a nutritional label sticker on it. If you buy chicken thighs or ground beef, for example, there's usually no nutritional label sticker on it. If what you're buying has a label, just make sure it only contains one ingredient. If you buy burger patties, for example, it should only have one ingredient. Beef, so you need to learn to read labels. This is why I always say that there's absolutely nothing healthy about plant-based meat substitutes. Beyond Burger, for example, has something like 18 ingredients and it's been processed to the nth degree. Or if you've ever seen the list of ingredients on a plant-based egg substitute, it's scary stuff. Because the more processing your food goes through, the worse it is for you. You're not eating real food at that point. Or as I like to call them, Frankenfoods. What I'm trying to say here is we evolved to eat real food. It naturally activates your satiety hormones, which means you're way less likely to overeat on this stuff. So I want you to do this 90% of the time. The other 10% is the next habit. Schedule optional cheat meals. A lot of experts out there want you to swear off your favorite treats, and to be honest, they're not wrong. But I don't know, man. I love pizza, pasta, carrot cake, and cheesecake just as much as the next person out there. I don't want to go through life and have to constantly say no to those things. Where's the fun in that? And the more you tell someone they can't have something, the more they want it. That's why I'm a big fan of the 90-10 rule. 90% of the time, eat real food. Stick to the good stuff. The other 10%, if I feel like eating cheesecake, I'm gonna do it. I usually have these scheduled treat meals once a week or once every couple of weeks, and it just gives me something to look forward to. That way, I don't feel bad when I do have it. Delay but don't deny is the name of the game. Number 6, no liquid calories. How do I put this properly? There is absolutely zero benefits to consuming liquid calories. None. This is like throwing a grenade to your weight loss goals. I'm talking about pop, energy drinks, diet or zero calorie version of the aforementioned, as well as designer coffees like Crappy Frappies or whatever fancy drink people love to order at Starbucks. I'm also talking about fruit juice and alcohol. Like they don't call it a beer belly or pop belly for nothing. And what about fruit juice? Well, you're basically drinking a can of Coke with some vitamins. If that's all you're after, you can get vitamins from way better sources like meat. My point here is liquid calories add zero value to your health. If you want to have it, that's fine, but treat it more like a cheat meal. Number 7, prioritize sleep. A lot of people engage in the habit of just sacrificing sleep. And usually they do it for no good reason, like doing a Netflix marathon. Or if people are short on time, sleep is usually the first thing that just gets thrown out the window. These same people also wake up every day and wonder why they feel like hot garbage. So I want you to go the other way on this. I want you to prioritize sleep and sacrifice everything else. Even your workouts, if you have to. Like whenever I work with my students and the choice is between getting another workout that week or catching up on sleep, I will always prioritize sleep because you can always make up for that missed workout. Listen, there is no sunrise so beautiful that it's worth waking me up to see it. There's a reason why we evolved to sleep for a third of our lives. That's when the important rest and repair functions happen in our bodies. Lack of sleep also affects important fat loss hormones like ghrelin, leptin, cortisol, and again, insulin. It also affects the amygdala, which is the reward center of your brain. Notice how you almost have zero willpower if your sleep is trash? This is why. Number 8, get in the habit of playing. Think of some of the happiest moments you had as a kid growing up. It usually involved times when you were playing. As we get older, we teach this out of ourselves. All work, no play. But play is a big part of self-care. Getting in the habit of engaging in some sort of play shows that you prioritize yourself, and it's unbelievably good for your mental health. You're proving to yourself that it's not always about work, that you can make time for yourself, that your happiness is your priority. And play could be anything. My version of play is doing Muay Thai. It teaches me to be in the moment. Like if you do any form of martial arts, you'll know that you always need to stay present. Otherwise, you get punched in the face. I get so much out of it that I'm gonna go as far as saying that I've learned more about life from sparring than anything that I've done lately. But maybe you want to do something less barbaric. Maybe your version of play is learning how to play the guitar, learning a new language, or going for a hike. Maybe you start playing sports on the weekend. Now, you might be wondering, what does this have to do with weight loss? Well, mental and physical health are intertwined. Engaging in some sort of play is a great way to manage stress. When you're less stressed, you're way less likely to use food as a form of distraction. You're less likely to use food as a coping mechanism when life punches you in the face because you have play as an outlet. This is why I always say that there are other fun things to do in life rather than stuffing your face with food every time you're bored. Don't be so food driven. You're not a dog. Number 9, if you can't do something 100%, do it half. I cannot stress enough the importance of this habit. So let's say you feel like hot garbage. Maybe you had a bad day at work and every cell in your body is telling you to just mail it in, just go home and crush a tub of Ben & Jerry's in one sitting. But a little voice pops in your head and tells you that you should still go to the gym. So you do. Maybe you just take it easy and not try to set a new world record while you're there. Afterwards, you actually end up feeling better because of the endorphin release from your workout. You trigger your positive feedback loop. And instead of crushing a tub of ice cream, you end up eating a healthy meal instead. This is why bad workouts are extremely valuable. I'd even argue that they're more important than good workouts, because a bad workout means you still showed up to the gym. You still showed up for yourself. And there is so much more value to that rather than skipping the gym completely, caving into your feelings and using food as a coping mechanism to make yourself feel better. And that's what most people do. So I want you to go the other way on this. Personally, I don't think I've ever left my CrossFit or Muay Thai gym and said, wow, that was a waste of time. I wish I didn't go. No, it's the complete opposite. If I'm ever having a bad day, I go to the gym and I feel 10 times better afterwards. But if you're physically unable to go because you're injured, then definitely don't go, but you get the point. Number 10, get in the habit of being nice to yourself. This is what ties everything together. I mentioned that inner voice in our heads on my previous tip, and we all have it. The problem is, if you don't have a good relationship with yourself, that inner dialogue is usually not good. We can be so mean to ourselves, especially when we mess up. We beat ourselves up constantly. Maybe you had an unplanned cheat meal or you missed a workout. We make ourselves feel bad about it and it just turns into this negative ball of energy. But in the history of feelings, nobody has ever benefited from beating themselves up, because we change best when we feel good, not when we feel bad. So be nice to yourself. This process is gonna go a lot easier if you become your biggest cheerleader. And my favorite analogy of this is the tale of two wolves. I'll just read it to you so I don't butcher it. An old man told his grandson, there's a battle between two wolves inside us all. One is evil, he's anger, envy, sorrow, regret, greed, arrogance, self-pity, guilt, resentment, inferiority, lies, false pride, superiority, and ego. The other is good. He is joy, peace, love, hope, serenity, humility, kindness, benevolence, empathy, generosity, truth, compassion, and faith. The boy thought about it and asked the grandfather, which wolf will win? The old man simply replied, the one you feed. So it's up to you. Which wolf are you gonna feed? The next question then becomes, how are you actually supposed to eat if you want to lose weight? Because here's the thing, 80% of your body composition is determined by your diet. You can't just freestyle this part. Do you have a proven plan that you can follow? To help you with that, I want to give you a free copy of my Lean Body Blueprint. This is how I melted all the fat around my stomach without depriving myself of my favorite foods or wasting hours at the gym. It's a simple 4-step process specifically designed for busy professionals, and it's the exact same blueprint that I teach to all my private coaching clients, and they've all gone to see some amazing results. If you want to be the next success story, then download your free copy of the Lean Body Blueprint right now. There's going to be a link somewhere at the top here or in the description box. Just click on it, type in your email, and I'll send it to you right away. All right, that's all I've got. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and share it with your friends. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I post a new video every week. And hey, leave a comment below if you have any questions about this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Virtual high five.